What is the purpose of life? Why are we here? Hey, YouTube. First of all, if you're finding this message, chances are you're probably a lot like me. And when I say like me, I mean human, finite. Oh, and when I say finite, I mean in a physical sense, because I also think we're infinite, you know? Not to get poetic, but kind of like the night sky. When you look up at it and you see it holds a lot of mystery. So, yeah, similar to me in that you're human, finite, infinite, and a little mysterious. And that's kind of like life, right? And purpose. So, again, why are we here? And I'm not just talking about why are we here right now on my YouTube channel. I mean, that too, but dig deeper, dig deeper. Why are we here? What is the meaning of life? What is what is our purpose? No matter how many times I think about it, no matter how many times I try to stay present and just sit back and enjoy this thing we all call existence, there always seems to be that little voice in the back of my head that says, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it creeps up every now and then to whisper dread in the form of, this doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So why bother? And I think that little voice is there because, again, it goes back to the question, why are we here? Like, what is the purpose and meaning of life? Now, I don't know how old any of you are, but I'm old enough to know that there will never be a good enough answer to this question that satisfies me personally. And I don't think there'll ever be an answer that satisfies people universally either. So, first, let me start by apologizing by wasting your time building up the suspense as if I had, you know, the answer to a Rubik's Cube puzzle, right? Um, I don't. And I knew I didn't have that answer. But something in you probably said, I wonder if this person will say something profound, something that makes me go, this is what I've been looking for all my life, right? And I'm sure many people will come up with their own meaning and their own thoughts, and I guess it'll be reasonable. But again, like I said, most likely it wouldn't satisfy everyone who hears it. But hey, I have to admit, I love deep thoughts and contemplating complex things. And if you're watching this and you were intrigued, you probably have the same kind of cravings too. Like that need for deep, meaningful, soulful, and intellectual conversations and connection. That's why I'm inviting everyone who's listening on, just take this journey with me. And in this journey, I hope to have you learn to shift your focus, that focus that you have on finding the meaning of life, and taking that focus and putting that focus on dwelling well. That's the name of my channel. dwelling on wellness. And what does this mean? Well, I will be dedicated to talking about dwelling on wellness. And that is the quality of, it's pretty much the quality of our being, you know? How are we living life? That is what I want this channel to talk more about. Um, that will be the main focus of this channel. Um, Instead of finding purpose, I think energy should go into our quality of being. And I feel like now more than ever is the time for me, and I hope for many of you listening as well, and even people all around the world, to really and truly look inwardly, to go deep. So much of this external world is just, it's just a collection of people going with what has always been and not really going within. And I'm hoping the conversations that I talk about um, helps to shift that in some ways. I truly think that going inwardly is a way to have a true impact on the external world. Because if we're going to raise our vibrations and have a higher consciousness, then we have to know ourselves. And we can't do that if we're not going inwards, if we're not looking at ourselves and dwelling well on this earth. And we can't dwell well on this earth if our being, our quality of being, our actual existence is low quality. And I think that's why these questions always come back up. Our quality of being is low, and we need to work on it. And what's the way we work on it? Well, we have to work on ourselves first. And we do that by looking at the self. I really do think that we can achieve this through practical and realistic means. Um, but first, I think the hardest part is that it has to be defined, and kind of almost in a systemic way, honestly, on how we define it. Because if we look at it from a systemic point of view, it's like I think we'll have better aha moments collectively that has us going, okay, that makes sense. And we can build upon certain things as we go along. So I'll try my best to keep everything as organized and systemic as possible because I just want everything to click. A lot of what I'm going to talk about is going to involve a very honest and open look at the self. It will take a lot of awareness. So, I mean, if you're here, I have no doubt that your awareness is already probably it's probably already pretty high. Um, and just to throw this out there because this is one of the internal issues that I have, which is what kept me from starting a YouTube channel for the longest time. I do not want to be your main source of knowledge and growth. One of the intentions for me to start this channel is that I want to help lead people back to themselves. Everyone has the power to look inwards. The fact that you're alive means you can look inwardly. Barring obviously, you know, any mental or physical challenges in some regard, but For the most part, everybody has the ability to look inwards, um, to look at yourself, to go deep, to dive deep into who you are, to the quality of how you exist into this world. Everyone has that. And I think collectively, we all have to start taking responsibility for how we show up in this world and to really take accountability and having mindfulness of knowing that our existence, whether small, has an effect on everyone else's existence, whether we want it to or not. So, dwelling on wellness, I'm excited to talk about what I mean by that. What do I mean by dwelling? How do we dwell well here on earth? If we're only here for a short amount of time, how do we do it in a way that it has the highest impact, the high and it does the highest good for all? That is my purpose for starting this channel. That is part of my intentions. Again, I don't want to be anyone's main source of knowledge in lieu of themselves. I want to be a guide. It's kind of like teaching. Teachers are they're supposed to be there to guide students to themselves, really. A great teacher brings out a student's natural abilities, skills, all of that. And a true teacher does that. And that's what I want to be. I always told myself if I made a YouTube channel, I would want it to be for the benefit of others in a way that helps serves them. And I can't think of a better way to go about coming on YouTube, which is talking about something I'm very passionate about, which is wellness on a mental, physical, and emotional level. All of it, spiritual, all of these different aspects. I will be talking about all of that. I'm excited to talk about all of it. It's just so much. And I know that the self can be such a broad topic. If you're familiar with uh, psychology and spiritual teachings, you'll know that the self is a very broad topic, and that is what's going to make it interesting to see how it all relates, how it all connects, how how approaching all of these aspects in a way that pushes for growth and development so that we're living well no matter what. I feel like it's truly going to be a game changer, and I am so excited to get started on this channel and to talk with and connect with more people who are vibrating on the same vibrations as I am. If you're on this channel, again, chances are your awareness is already pretty high. There's something in you that's seeking, and that's good. That means we're aligned, and what I'm offering is going to be a value to you. And I've always wanted to be of service to people in some way. And if it benefits humanity, even better, baby. Because I don't know if y'all know, it's kind of ghetto out here, but yeah, that's the purpose of my channel. So if you rocking with me, if this is your vibe, you know, if you're interested in what I have to say and the videos I offer, you can give me a like, a share, a subscribe. And if you're feeling really aligned, you can comment below. I'm truly also interested in building a solid online community. I don't mind coming to say what's up to people in the comments. Um, this has been a very long this has been a very long time coming, and I couldn't think of no better way to start my YouTube channel than to start with the nitty gritty, baby. We got straight to the point, and that is so authentically me. At the core of me, I'm always trying to find the answers to life. Um, I'm always trying to figure out esoteric knowledge and stay spiritual and but also grounded. That's me authentically to a core. Like, how do I live well? How do I live well despite everything that's going on with me? How do I keep up the quality of my being despite all the stuff that's going on in the world? Um, and so I cannot wait to talk about practical things that can be done, things that we can do as individuals to help raise the vibrations, to shift the consciousness, to just bring about a new and external world that we're living in. Because obviously, something got to give with the way the world is right now. Something has to give. And most people think it starts by attacking others, when really, truly, I don't think that's the case. I think it starts with us. It starts with, how can I show up more authentically as myself? You know? So yeah, that's all. That's all I'm gonna say in this video right now. But before I go, I just want to say I was very nervous about making this um, because I've been thinking about making a YouTube channel for like the past 5 years, especially on this topic, and I have finally had the right energy to just go for it. And part of the reason why I didn't do anything sooner is because there's always me and my morals and my principles and my standards. I always said I didn't want to do a YouTube channel unless um I was sure that it was something that would help lead people in a good way. Like, I wanted to put out something positive into the world, and you know not just be in it for myself, but really, how can I truly serve the greater good and humanity? And I've sat on this idea for 5 years. Not really sure if I could be a leader in that regard. It's a lot of responsibility and pressure, sending messages out to the world and having them land the way they need to land. But I do feel confident that I'm in the right energy, that intuitively I'm being guided to just, hey, it's time to speak. It's time to bring that idea that you had 5 years ago into fruition. And I'm here for it. So again, if you're rocking with me, if you're feeling my vibe, if you are someone who is interested in this topic, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I will be on it, on it with the messages that I have for the world, for this online platform. Um, I just, yeah, I can't wait to get into it. So, wherever you are in the world, I just want to say, be well, dwell well, and you'll hear from me in my next video.